Hi, it's Jan Chakowski. I'm back with my plans and pans. Well, this was a week where we chose our new leaders for the next Congress that will begin on January 3rd. So all of the newly elected members got to participate and vote for the leaders of the 118th Congress. And those leaders now are Hakeem Jeffries, who will be the minority leader, Katherine Clark, who will be the whip, the caucus chair, Pete Aguilar, and the vice chair is Ted Lieu, and back again in the top leadership will be assistant leader Jim Clyburn, who previously served as the whip, and I served as one of the chief deputy whips. So it's exciting to do that. Clearly, the new members were so happy to be able to participate, and we have a terrific group. Lots of younger people, very diverse. It's going to be a great session. The only challenge for me and us is that we will be in the minority. But nonetheless, I think we're going to get a whole bunch of things done. This last week, I participated in what we call a CARE roundtable. We talk about the care economy. You know, we have a physical infrastructure, building roads and bridges and highways, etc. But also, we have to talk about the care infrastructure, taking care of people. And, you know, there is now an incredible waiting list for home and community-based care right now in the United States and in Illinois. 19,000 people are on a waiting list because they need care at home, people with disabilities and older Americans. And let's face it, people would prefer, as they need help for daily living, to be at home. Caregivers make an average in the United States of $12 an hour. This is completely unacceptable, and it's no wonder that we have a shortage of caregivers. That was the subject with Tammy Duckworth, who is on this call of the roundtable. She was fantastic. She's a great supporter of caregiving. And we also had a wonderful cadre of advocates and activists in the state of Illinois who are fighting to make sure that we increase the ability to take care of people who need the help at home. This has been a priority of mine for a very long time. One of the things that we know is that 39% of caregivers have to leave their jobs in order to take care of a loved one or family member at home. And mostly, let's face it, it's women. And of those women who leave their jobs to do caregiving, we know that those women, they are 2.5 times more likely themselves than to live in poverty. We have to do something to boost the care economy. And we know that 79% of Americans believe that we should make a real investment and raise the wages of people who work in the care economy. And I am calling on, in the appropriations, that we add another $785 million to make that happen. Now, let me just say something about appropriations. That is the final thing that we need to do in order to keep the government open and not end up with a shutdown before the end of session. I'm very worried that we may end up with a year-long continuing resolution, which means that there will be no increase for a whole year from the current budget right now. I am hoping that we're going to be able to pass a more fully funded appropriations. That's one of the things that we have to do, or that we're hoping to do before the end of the session. That's kind of the big controversy right now. Not to mention some other bills like my privacy bill that I'm still hoping to get passed. On the Social Security front, I am supporting, as many others are, the president's recommendation that the Social Security Administration be increased by $800 million, and it is really, really necessary. We have seen the budget decrease by 14% since 2010, and yet we have seen an increase of 20% of the number of people on Social Security. And when it comes to staffing, we see that at the Social Security Administration, it's at the lowest level in 25 years. So we have a lot of work to do when it comes to Social Security, because I know some of you see that there are backlogs and there are wait times, and it's ridiculous. This is the most important function, I think, of government in many ways. And so we need to make sure that we get more money for the Social Security Administration. I'm going to be working very hard on that as the co-chair of the Democratic Task Force on Aging and Families. This is going to be a top priority. As I think you know, for the next few days, I'm still the chairman of the Consumer Protection and Commerce Subcommittee in the House of Representatives. And as such, I helped get introduced a resolution, a bipartisan resolution, thanking the Consumer Product Safety Commission for its 50 years of existence, and now has a fantastic chairman, Alex Hohn-Sarek, and saying that keep up the good work, because we have a lot of successes in passing legislation to make all kinds of things, including toys for the holidays, safer than they have ever been. The last week I did highlight things to watch for, like things that have been recalled. Make sure you go to saferproducts.gov and you can find out what has been recalled before you buy it. We also had my ranking member, Gus Bilirakis, in the House of Representatives, a Republican, and in the Senate, Richard Blumenthal and Marsha Blackburn also introduced this resolution. Again, we're going to keep up on trying to make consumer products safer than ever for consumers. That's still going to be a priority of mine as well. So bipartisanship was highlighted on Fox News by me and Gus Bilirakis, who has worked with me on our subcommittee on consumer protection, talking about the things that we agree on that we did get done and things that we still need to get done. And one of those things is the privacy bill. And Gus Bilirakis and the Republicans agree. We were able to pass almost unanimously out of committee our online privacy bill that would assure you that when you go online, as many more of us are doing because we're shopping online, that your personal information will be protected, and that the companies cannot ask for any more information than is absolutely necessary to close the deal. So if you're trying to buy something online and they ask you for other private information other than perhaps your credit card in order to pay for the product that you're looking for, that you would not have to do that. You would not have to provide that private information that often has been sold then to data brokers, to other companies. That's why you get all those solicitations So we want to make sure that you have full control over the data, that you can have access to it, that you can delete it, that you will have all the ability to control your data online. So we're hoping that we're still going to be able to get that passed. So a couple of reminders. First, for people 65 and older, people who are eligible for Medicare. If you haven't signed up for Medicare yet and you are 65, this is the time to do it. If you are on Medicare, you also could change your policy, but I want to emphasize your opportunity to check out your Medicare Part D. You definitely want to look at the policy that you have when it comes to your prescription drugs, because the companies don't have to tell you if they have dropped medications. And so if you are relying on even an expensive or not so expensive medication, it may not be in the formulary that you had last time, and the price could go up. So what you definitely want to do is to go to medicare.gov to sign up or to make any changes in Medicare. If you're 65 and older, you only have until December 7th to make these changes. For those of you who are interested in, that's people of any age now, who want to be enrolled in the Affordable Care Act plan, the health insurance marketplace, you have until December 15th to sign up. For you should go to healthcare.gov. And there are really affordable plans for you to sign up for, and you definitely want to check it out. When you do, then your insurance would start on January 1st. So be sure and take care of all of that. And finally, I want to just end with COVID. You may remember last week that I was kind of surprised that the Chicago area was in the low risk level, because I know so many people, unfortunately, that have gotten COVID. Well, guess what? We're now in the medium risk level. On Thursday, there were 4,656 new cases. Now, here we are in the holiday season, so you definitely want to take care. You want to be with your family. Make sure that you've gotten a booster. Anyone over 5 years old can get a booster shot. We also saw that there were 17 deaths, so please be careful. Let's be happy in this holiday season and do what we need to do to stay healthy. I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching my video. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, where my handle is @Jan Schakowsky.